Now at 10, concerns from former Noble Health employees about possible plans to start up a hospital in Bourbon County, Kansas. Plus,
hundreds of students gather here today at the Pitt State Construction Expo getting hands-on experience. I'm Jalen Banks with more on the story.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
we're learning more about the company considering taking over an old hospital in Fort Scott and concerns of some former company employees. This is KOAM News at 10. Noble Health, a Kansas City-based healthcare company, is looking to come to Southeast Kansas despite recently ceasing all operations at its 2 hospitals in Missouri. Right now, Bourbon County commissioners are awaiting the results of Noble Health's feasibility study to see if the county can even support a hospital. Former employees of Noble Health in Missouri say they worry that what they went through in Missouri could happen again in Kansas.
I've been a Noble employee since the very beginning, not this past March, but the March before, so March of 2021. We're all looking for other jobs because we don't have a date to come back. And even if we did have a date to come back, most employees would be very leery.
We reached out to Noble Health's publicist about these concerns, but she did not comment on anything other than the feasibility study. It's getting cold out there, Doug Heddy.
It is. Most of us are sitting upper 30s to lower 40s right now as we're going to cool down quite a bit during the overnight hours tonight. High temp today, 70. You're probably wondering, when was that? That was shortly after midnight. And then, of course, we fell from that point on, but average high is 69 degrees. All the showers, all the thunderstorms that we had this morning, especially in our southern counties, gone. We have clear skies out there right now, so it's pretty calm tonight into tomorrow. Unfortunately, our temperatures continue to drop. You can see mid to upper 30s to lower 40s, so this means a pretty good frost across the region with clear skies, and the winds have calmed down over the past couple hours, and then that's, of course, when our temperatures go down. About 35 by 7, 46 by 10, 58 noon, 64 as we head into the afternoon. So a decent Thursday. More thunderstorms Friday. We're going to look at that here in just a bit.
See you then. Pittsburgh police arrested a suspect who they say shot at 2 people. Authorities say on Sunday, 41-year-old Elijah Shedd was following the 2 victims on a motorcycle before pulling around them at the intersection of Jefferson and Elm. There, he allegedly fired 3 rounds at them before driving off. The victims drove to the area of George Nettles Elementary, called police. Officers found Shedd yesterday and arrested him. He bonded out, but the arrest violated his parole from a previous conviction, so he was arrested again today. The Stone County, Missouri prosecutor refiled charges against 3 employees of the former Ride the Ducks company in Branson. A judge last week dismissed criminal charges against 3 men, Kenneth McKee, Curtis Lanham, and Charles Baltzel, who were being prosecuted after an accident involving duck boats on Table Rock Lake killed 17 people in 2018. McKee now faces 17 involuntary manslaughter charges and 12 endangering the welfare of a child, death of a child charges. Lanham and Baltzel each face 17 involuntary manslaughter charges. The Allen County, Kansas airport is going to be able to make some improvements thanks to a state grant. The Kansas Department of Commerce for Infrastructure Improvements is giving the airport nearly $3 million. The funds will be used to increase the capacity of utilities at the airport, including water, electric, broadband, internet, and roads. Officials say they hope to improve the airport and add an industrial park surrounding it.
That way we're even more shovel ready and even closer to being a certified site for those industries that are attracted or in the state or attracted to the state. Says, hey, we need acreage near an airport, near a highway that's ready to go with utilities ready to be installed.
The county will provide a 25% match for the grant, around $726,000. Some Pitt State students got a hands-on look at some of the equipment they're going to be operating in the future. PSU hosted its annual Construction Expo for the first time in 2 years. KOAM's Jalen Banks has more.
After a 2-year hiatus, Pitt State was able to host its annual Construction Expo. The event hosted well over 100 students from all over the area, giving them a chance to see and use new tools and technology that is being used in the construction industry today.
Well, students get to see the reality of what's happening because these companies are dealing with this every day. And so they're telling the students, this is the stuff we use on a daily basis. It's just not artificial, something your educators are telling you, but there's something that's real. And so we want you guys to get out here and experience what the real world is like.
The expo featured 80 companies from all over the United States. Today's expo gave Pitt State, local junior college, and high school students the opportunity to work machines, use tools, and most importantly, network.
1000% networking. It's about communicating, getting people to know each other and to make contacts. I probably made a dozen new contacts today of people that want to work with us and have us come to their school, or companies that want to know, what can we do to help you guys more?
This event serves as a bridge for students to go on to new opportunities within the construction industry and aims to continue to grow even more. From the Construction Expo at Pitt State University, Jalen Banks, KOAM News.
That expo was started back in 2013. Also at Pitt State, dance students showcased what they've learned during the semester. The school hosted a dance research symposium and performance. PSU offers dance as a minor only, but students in the program will learn to develop their dance skills and earn a certificate.
Within country dance, so I did a little bit of history, a little bit of dance floor etiquette, and then the direction of travel around the dance floor.
And I had all of my theories and methods students present out here, so a lot of these presentations you see, we worked on in class.
This was the second Dance Research Symposium and performance at Pitt State. Some local students helped out at a local nonprofit. The Cherryvale, Kansas Middle and High School Student Councils traveled to Joplin to visit the Ronald McDonald House. While there, they donated aluminum pop tabs collected by students and learned about the charity's mission.
One of the missions of Student Council is to give back to the community, and we had several students that once we started asking around, their families had used Ronald McDonald House at some point, and we thought that this would be a wonderful way that we could give back just beyond our local community.
Students say they chose to work with the Ronald McDonald House when they learned that the charity has helped several families in need from Cherryvale. A local Knights of Columbus chapter today made a donation to help kids. Council 7307 out of Webb City donated more than $600 to the Crowder College Behavior Support Center. The center works with children with autism, developmental disabilities, and behavior challenges to help them grow academically.
We are planning on using the funds to buy supplies for the program. We are looking at building our living skills supplies, so that may be living room furniture or a dishwasher or some vocational kit.
The donated money came from a recent Tootsie Roll drive the Knights of Columbus had organized. Coming up, a decision from federal officials on whether to renew the federal travel mask mandate. Plus, authorities in New York arrest the suspect in yesterday's subway shooting. The man suspected of shooting 10 people on a Brooklyn subway train has been caught after more than a day-long manhunt. He's now been charged with terrorist attacks or other violence against a mass transportation system. Bradley Blackburn reports.
Subway shooting suspect Frank James left a Manhattan precinct headed for federal custody to face a terrorism charge.
If convicted, he will face a sentence of up to life imprisonment.
Social media footage shows police arresting the 62-year-old in Manhattan. The manhunt came to an end after the suspect called police on himself with his location, according to law enforcement sources. Nearby, a Good Samaritan recognized James and went to help catch him.
And I see the people walking next to him. I thought, guys, be careful. Keep far from him. Maybe he's gonna do something.
Investigators are combing through the suspect's social media posts as they look for a motive. They say he detonated a smoke bomb inside the subway car, then started firing into the crowd. The CBS station in New York obtained exclusive video that appears to show James walking down a Brooklyn street hours before the attack.
He has the same black car that he is later recovered on the crime scene.
Investigators say James has a long list of arrests in New York and New Jersey.
His arrest history in New York is 9 prior arrests, dating from 1992 to 1998.
Police say after the shooting, James got away simply by boarding another train in this subway station. Today, we spoke to a commuter who says he was also on that train. What is it like for you to know that this guy that fired 33 shots, injured 10 people, might have been in your car or pretty close?
It's scary, man. It's scary. I don't know if it's fully set in.
Subway service returned to normal for the Wednesday commute, but with an increased police presence. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
All 10 shooting victims are expected to survive. The suspect is to make his initial court appearance tomorrow. The federal transportation mask mandate is going to be sticking around for another 15 days until May 3rd. The CDC made the decision, saying the goal is to use the extra time to gather more information about the BA.2 variant. As a reminder, the mandate means you have to wear a mask on public transportation, including planes, trains, and buses, and when you're inside places like airports and bus terminals. The mandate was originally supposed to expire on Monday. CDC data shows the rates of sexually transmitted diseases in the U.S. dropped early in the pandemic, but increased by the end of 2020. By the end of that year, gonorrhea rates had risen 10%. Rates of syphilis were up 7%. To help with gas prices, President Biden is suspending a federal rule in order to allow more ethanol in gasoline this summer. White House officials say it could reduce the price at the pump by 10 cents a gallon. The Environmental Protection Agency will allow up to 15% ethanol mixed in. That's up from 10%. A little bit later, a Pitt State All-American talks about returning for his 6th and final season.
Plus a cold, frosty night for us tonight. Also more thunderstorms. We'll look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a much cooler day for us today. We had showers, thunderstorms last night into the morning hours, especially in our southern counties north of I-44. You didn't get much at all. Only about 2/10 of an inch at the airport in Joplin. Some areas picked up a couple inches of rain in our southern counties. 4 inches for the month, about 10.5 for the year. We're doing pretty good on where we should be on rainfall. Nice shot, Indigo Sky, Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. Temperatures, big change. Lower 80s yesterday, 50s for us today. So almost about a 30-degree swing across the region. Outside right now, we are dropping off mid to upper 30s in our northern counties. We still have lower 40s in our southern counties, but everybody's going to drop back low to mid 30s. So we are going to have some areas of freeze, northern counties, so a frost and a freeze across the region. We have clear skies. The winds have calmed down, so clear skies, calm winds, and our temperatures take a dip. Sitting at 40 right now, dew points at 30. That number can't go below that number. This will come up a couple degrees, so they'll probably meet right around 33, 34 degrees, and that will be our overnight low as our humidity gets up toward when we hit that dew point. Of course, you get dew or frost in this situation. All right, showers, thunderstorms we had earlier today, all these gone. Clouds have cleared out, clear skies. We actually had quite a bit of sunshine throughout the evening hours. All this severe weather is now down across parts of Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, southern parts of Ohio. If we look out toward the west, we have one wave right across the Rockies, which will start to affect us by Friday, a secondary wave right behind it, which will affect us late Saturday into Sunday. All right, for us tonight, clear skies, cold, low to mid 30s, frosty start. As we go through the morning hours, we warm up. A nice afternoon, actually. We're going to go all the way into the mid 60s, which is pretty good, 35 to start. 58 by noon, high temp is 64, southerly winds, a little breezy at times at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Pretty much clear skies tomorrow night, and then we'll get some mid and upper level clouds in here late. I think mid-morning Friday, some scattered thunderstorms pop up on top of us, mainly on the Missouri side, not strong, not severe. These kind of push through, and then we get more that pop up. Here's 5:30. So by evening, and the ones here along and south of I-44, those could be stronger, maybe even low-grade severe. So we'll keep our eyes on that because that's only 2 days away. These will work through, and then we just get clouds and showers by the time we head into Saturday morning, but I think the afternoon looks okay. But the moisture returns by Sunday morning. So scattered showers on Easter morning. These push through. Monday a little bit cooler. Tuesday we reload. Thunderstorms. Some of those could be strong to severe. This pushes through. Thursday looks good, and then we reload again for Friday into Saturday with another severe threat late next week. 64 tomorrow, 70 on Friday. 60, about 60 Saturday, Sunday and Monday, and then warming up a bit the middle of next week.
We'll be ready for a warm up certainly by then.
Yeah.
Cold tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly.
I guess. Thanks, Doug. Hey, the state of Kansas officially has a brand new state fruit. It's the Sandhill plum, also known as the Chickasaw plum. Yeah, it is a thing. Governor Laura Kelly today signed a bill to make the designation official. It all started from efforts by a group of 4th and 5th grade students who participated in the process and voted for the Sandhill plum. Still ahead, Independence High School names a new head football coach, and a Pitt State All-American aims to return to the field after an ACL injury ended his season early in 2021. Jacob Leonard has that and more next.
Pittsburgh High School names a new girls basketball head coach today. Former Pittsburgh State men's assistant coach Chris Pope will take over as the leader of the program next season. Now, Pope spent the last 2 seasons at Pitt State as an assistant coach under Kim Anderson. Before that, the head coach at Missouri State West Plains for 4 years and spent 5 years at Arkansas Fort Smith. Now, Pope is a Kansas guy, and he's happy for the opportunity to continue his career in Pittsburgh.
From Kansas, and enjoy the size of the town and the people. At the end of the day, that's the deal. It's about the people. It's a great place, great people, and we've developed in 2 years. We've developed some great relationships, and I've been within a 3-hour radius of here for 30-some years, and as a coach, recruiter the past 18 years. So I'm fairly familiar with Southeast Kansas basketball.
In other Southeast Kansas coaching news, Independence High School has a new head football coach. The school has named Cherryville's Robert Henderson to be the program's new leader. Henderson heads to Indy after 1 season at Cherryville. He replaces John Black in Independence, who moved on to Casey Piper after 3 years with the Bulldogs.
His energy and excitement was the one that sold us in the interview, that he is real excited about, the challenge of a bigger school and just trying to build a program and maintain a good, solid program at the 4A level.
I think kids have to know how much you care about them before you can coach them hard. So I try and make sure the kids understand that. I do care about them outside of football. So I care about what they're doing in the classroom. I care about what they're doing out in the community.
Pittsburgh State safety Morgan Salamaya is on his way back from injury to play in his final season with the Gorillas. Salamaya suffered a torn ACL in the team's home opener last fall and missed the team's last 9 games. Now, he's still limited in spring practice right now, but he does expect to be ready for Game 1 this fall. He's a 3-time All-MIAA selection, was an All-American for the Gorillas in 2018. Now, here's PSU head coach Brian Wright on what he's looking for out of his 6-year veteran in his final season.
Get 100% healthy and make a lot of plays for us on defense and to be that vocal leader for us out there. We had a couple of those guys graduate this past year, and we're looking forward to guys stepping up in those roles as well.
I love this place. I can't imagine me playing anywhere else. So I'm the 2017 class that I came in with, finishing my football career with them, and then the young guys that we've brought up and that the coaches that brought in, just a big old family, and I love it.
The Royals and Cardinals were supposed to finish up their 2-game set today, but weather got in the way. Game is postponed. Instead, they'll make it up on May 2nd in St. Louis before the 2 teams head to Kansas City the next day for 2 more at Kauffman Stadium. That's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Shane Daniels joined the U.S. Army in 2007. The Oswego, Kansas native was stationed in Iraq, and we salute Private Shane Daniels, a 4-state hero. It's a tradition at one Missouri elementary school to hold an open house to help new students transition to a new school. As Alan Shope reports, it's a tour that's making soon-to-be kindergartners a little more comfortable.
This is our cafeteria.
6-year-old Daisy Campbell knows starting school can be scary sometimes.
You don't really know a lot about it, and you're kind of nervous.
A big, new, confusing building.
All you have to do is put your water bottle under there, and it'll just squirt out.
And a lot of new people.
This is Mr. Bowen's room.
That's why folks at Maple Elementary say who better to show the ropes than someone that's been there, done that.
In kindergarten, you're gonna be learning the 3 R's.
The school starting the program 8 years ago. The idea, soon to be first graders, giving a tour and telling new incoming kindergartners what it's all about.
This is our kindness tree.
It's important for our families to feel welcome in the school from the start.
The school says maybe the most important thing to come out of this event, friendship and a familiar face. They say when the new students come into school next year, not only will they have been in the building already, they'll see familiar faces.
Seeing another kid and connecting with another kid I think is really helpful.
This is the library. You don't really get to keep the book. You do a lot of fun stuff in the gym. This is the 4th grade hallway. Welcome to Maple Elementary. We're glad to have you.
Future students and parents learned about 3 topics: a day in the life of a kindergartner, bus rides, and of course that very entertaining building tour. Again, a library, guys, you don't get to keep the books. You borrow the books.
Boy, I have several I need to
back.
return.
Oh yeah, from those fines can add up over the decades.
35 years
yeah.
of fines.
Yeah, not good. It's getting cold out there, Doug.
It is frosty as well for us tonight. We'll drop back into the low to mid 30s. 64 tomorrow, plenty of sunshine, so a great day. Some scattered thunderstorms by Friday.
Final sports notes.
I told you Robert Henderson was named the Independence High School head football coach. You can check out our full story with him on the sports page at KOAMNewsNow.com.
Very good. Thanks for joining us. The morning show starts at 5 a.m. Let's make it a great tomorrow.
Service is provided by the Wild Side in Pittsburgh for over 25 years.